All right, JD, talk to the people, man. Let them know it's getting ready to go down.
What's going on, y'all? It's JD here. We're going to give you guys a ring tutorial. For all y'all beginners out here, this is a beginner-friendly workout equipment. $30, man. $30 right here. You could be putting this into your arsenal, beginner level, intermediate. We're going to go over isometrics and the technique of the muscle up. So we're going to start it off with iso holds. The important component that you need to understand is scapular retraction and protraction. A lot of us, when it comes to building up our muscle groups, rows is done with a retracted spine. Pull-ups, retracted spine. Push-up, retracted spine. We want to get into that protracted state right here. We're going to start it off with the hollow body hold. You want to adjust the rings to where they're comfortable for you and maintain a dip position, right? Notice, protraction leading with the shoulders. I'm not like this. There's no instability, right? So you want to establish your body in this protracted state. You obviously want to build up to holding this for time. 15 seconds for beginners, intermediate, advanced. 30 seconds, work up to 1 minute. This is essential for warming up and priming the body for what this workout equipment tells you to do. Now, that is another component that you need to implement. Protracted scapula, supported with my shoulders. Isometric holds. That is the beginner level of establishing ring muscle up strength. Now, we must establish the grip. The grip is established with the wrist first. Establish contact with the wrist.
Say that again.
Contact with the wrist first. Establish hands, palm of your hands, pointer finger and thumb in between.
Why is that?
It gives you a more secure grip to the rings. It contours to your hands, right? This has great transfer over to the bar, but for the rings, you strictly want to contact right here, pointer, thumb, forefinger wrap, thumb. You obviously want to do dead hang for time with this particular exercise as well, holding 15 to 30 seconds with this particular one. Let's just say my strength is not adequate enough to do that. You can take it much lower, bring these rings down to a much lower height, ideally waist level, and hold that same position. Right here.
Let them know what you on right now.
Say it again.
Let them know what you on right now.
As far as what? He's on a parallel bar.
Yeah, parallel bar, okay.
You get right on a parallel bar. If you can't get access to a parallel bar, if you at a gym, get a barbell, set it up on like the squat rack. Put weights on the barbell to make it more stable. Like a 45-pound plate on both sides, and then you do it like that. Another key thing that I want to piggyback off of with the false grip is understand when you're on the rings is when you're doing the ring muscle up and you're establishing that false grip, you're going to feel a pinch right here. Right? So you're gonna feel a pinch. Let the airplane drop out. So when you're on the muscle up, the ring muscle up, you should feel a pinch in your joints right here, right? You should feel a pinch to the point where, you know, it's not gonna feel pleasant, especially if you're just working towards it, right? I just got done doing the 5100, so I probably won't be able to get one. I'm not even gonna try it, but point is that you see right here, right? The tendons that's in your forearm, you're gonna feel a pinch right there. It's gonna feel uncomfortable for most of y'all. It's gonna feel like that shouldn't even be a thing, where you're holding that grip position like that. But that's just nothing but your tendons being unstable and not strong enough to really tolerate that position of the wrist flexion. So once you're able to tolerate that wrist flexion, that won't even be a thing anymore.
Additional to that, maintaining that false grip. What you're doing is activating that forearm. That's a component that's a necessity for supporting your body weight hanging from the bar, right? We love to do our pull-ups. No activation from the wrist, and we wonder why our grip tends to wane and fall apart when we're accumulating reps. Right here, that's strong grip right there. You can't do a ring muscle up without having strong grip first. So that is a necessity.
Yeah, it's like you can't really do a strong squat if you ain't got strong ankles. Like this joint and your ankle joints, they're very important to your strength performance. The gymnasts got some of the strongest wrists and forearms, biceps also, in the whole entire world. Think it's by coincidence?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's by coincidence? Like, nah. It's because they utilize these rings to their advantage.
So now that we've gotten all the strength components down in order, we are going to go over the technical aspect of doing it. First, you want to establish grip first. A lot of people that attempt this very early on don't establish good grip. So you always want to establish strong grip. You should almost be able to grip this. Someone tries to take it and it's not going anywhere. Once you establish grip, dead hang first. Pulling. It's an armpit region, right? This is one motion, but I'm gonna break it down into several motions. Pulling, it's an armpit region. Once you pull to that point, you're transitioning. You're bringing your body weight forward into a dip, deep range dip. So make sure that you're always prepping your body by performing these dips. You're bringing your body weight up to that hollow body hold position. Keeping the body tight. Great activation from the core, great activation from the delt, great activation from the tricep. Everything is working. I'm coming back down. Notice I'm in the same position that I was before. Deep range dip. Now, bring the rings to the armpit again in a neutral grip. Come back down, and now you're in the dead. All in one motion. See, it's not as easy.
Okay.
It's not as easy.
Even as I'll consider JD one of the veterans when it comes to the rings out here for sure. I've seen JD do 60 pounds, which is like 27.5 kilos. So he's an excellent teacher. Make sure you tap into him on his social media. Another thing before we go is one thing that a lot of guys struggle with is to get the multiple reps, right? So we'll let JD go into depth into that, because we see guys, they'll be able to get the initial one, but after they get the initial ring muscle up, what we see happen is they'll fail to maintain the false grip, right? So failing to do the false grip on the second rep. Ooh, see? I'm even burnt out myself. But, yeah, let's get it right here. So they'll go up, and then they'll come back down like this. So they'll lose their false grip because they're in this position and not able to stick up there. Go into detail into why that may be an occurrence for certain people. Maintaining the false grip throughout the whole entire set.
Part of that is not going through the steps I just mentioned. You gotta maintain that strong grip throughout the duration of the rep. So we're gonna do consecutive reps here. Boom. That's one.
Maintain each component, and you'll be able to do multiple sets for multiple reps. Oh, clean. And it's a heavyweight, y'all. This is a guy that was over 200 pounds at one point. He walking around like what? How much you is now, bro?
185.
185.
Yeah.
185 going above these rings. So just don't think that, you know, you got to be a lightweight to be doing these things. Nah, I'm 205. Bro's 185.
I want to say something. Is that bar high enough? Because, you know,
No,
you.
it's not. It's not.
That's what I was giving you. Yeah, the bar's not high enough.
It's not, but we're working with what we got.
Oh, that's the highest bar here? I thought,
Highest
man.
bar.
Oh, okay.
But having it this low,
Yeah.
you're really taxing the core.
Okay.
Keep that activation of the core.
Yeah.
Quads are squeezed.
Okay.
Glutes are squeezed.
So I want to say, yeah, you would rather people do this on a higher bar so their feet don't touch the floor? Yeah. What's your opinion on that? Should they use a higher bar? Is this sufficient?
Yeah, most gym setups that have gymnastic rings are going to have it up high enough to where
From
you're
the
dead
ceiling.
hanging
Yeah.
with nothing below your feet.
Okay.
You usually have to have a box below you to be able to come down safely. But in these environments that we're in today, this is usually the height that is going max out at. And if I was to bring this up a little bit higher, I would have issues completing that dip because the upper trap will come in contact with this bar right here.
Yeah, I'm already coming in contact with the
Okay.
bar, even with
Yeah.
like that.
But higher bar is recommended, you would say.
Yes.
Higher bar. Okay, I will establish
That's
that.
consensus.
I want to establish that because I see, you know, your feet not touching, your feet touching the floor there.
One thing I will leave off with this video saying is, for beginners, don't get intimidated by what we're displaying here today. Take some of those foundational tools that we laid out and build your way up to it. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent. You got to take it one step at a time. This is a violent exercise to your ligaments if you don't do it properly. Don't rush the process with this one. And for those who are just lounging around, not giving these a proper chance, you're missing out on so many gains. Realize that utilizing this is going to give you that much more of an advantage on that bar.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That much more of an advantage.
Okay.
The tendons is more primed to deal with the rigors and the beatdown of calisthenics. A lot of people don't properly prime and build up their tendons the way they're supposed to be, and it results in a residual line of injuries. So utilizing this tool set is going to be essential for your growth. $30. Go on whatever site you can get these on. I prefer the wooden ones.
Oh yeah.
They establish way more grip. If you need to, use chalk. There's no shame in using it. And if you're embarrassed to walk around with calluses all day, this is a good little tool set you can use to give your hands a little bit of a break from time to time.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Because you're not doing the transfer. So, you know, on the bar muscle up, you get the transfer over. You're constantly grinding your skin across that bar. Whereas on the rings, the palm stays in the same place the whole time. You're going from here to here. You know what I'm saying? So, and just to piggyback off of what JD said, I didn't start seeing like the gains that I got today until I started incorporating ring muscle ups. You know, for those of y'all may have been following me for the past 3-4 years, y'all would see my ring muscle up transformation and what I've gotten to today. A lot of what I have today is from these. So, I appreciate you for coming, bro. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Make sure you guys like, share, save, subscribe. Please tap in with my man JD. If you're in the DC area, he does link ups on Tuesdays and Thursdays at RFK. RFK Park in DC. For those that are from the DMV, y'all know where RFK is at. We got a calisthenics park over there. Not as good as this, but you know, get some quality work in down there. They got guys learning ring muscle ups within a week down there. So, yep.
All right. Links to JD's Instagram will be in the description box, man. Holla at him, man. Thanks a lot, JD. Appreciate you. All right.